Hello, I'm Dr. Laura Markham, and today I'd like to share with you 6 secrets that will help you reduce sibling rivalry between your children. Secret number 1 is work to strengthen and sweeten your relationship with each child. Your child needs to know they can count on you to meet their needs. And I know often we're overwhelmed and it's hard to do that. But the more children know that we're responsive to their needs, the less they have to shove somebody else out of the way to get those needs met. So you're going to want to tell your children things like, no matter how much your sibling gets, there is more than enough for you. I could never love anyone more than I love you. There's a place in my heart with your name on it that's shaped like you. No one else could ever fill that place. It's only for you. There's a lot of research that shows that the more positivity that we have in our relationship with each of our children, the better the relationships between the children. And that makes perfect sense, right? Because they're feeling better. They're feeling better about themselves. They have higher self-esteem. They know their needs are going to get met. And so they're a lot more emotionally generous to their siblings, a lot nicer to each other, and they're better at working out conflict. And that brings me to solution number 2, which is we're the role models. So we need to demonstrate how to work out conflict. And it can't be that we come in and bellowing and send everybody off to the naughty step and take away their privileges. It has to be that we support kids in working through problems that they're having with each other. So when we intervene when our kids are having a fight with each other, we need to do it in a way that doesn't take sides, that upholds the family rules and expects them to be civil to each other, where we say, you can tell your sibling what you want and need without attacking them. And I know your sibling needs to hear, you're very upset about this, your sibling needs to hear it. But we are intervening in a way that supports sibling closeness instead of increasing sibling rivalry and resentment by taking sides with one kid or the other. There's another video I've made for you, how to intervene in a sibling fight, that will tell you more about that. But another thing we can do when we're role modeling is we can resist the temptation to compare our kids to each other. That means negative comparisons like your brother wouldn't cry about a thing like that. And positive also, like, oh, I love how you sit down and play the piano without being reminded, unlike your sister. Because that child who just got the positive, you think that's a good thing to say, but she's going to be needing to keep her sister down so that she's special in your eyes. And of course, the kid who got the negative comparison feels like you love the brother more. So when we compare our kids, we're always sabotaging their relationship with each other. And in fact, there's been a lot of research that any kind of negativity in our relationships with our kids, when we punish them, when we're intrusive and over controlling with them, that's all associated with more aggression from the kids and more self-protective, defending behavior from the kids toward each other. So the more we yell at our kids, the more we over control them, that's going to create negative sibling relationships. Our goal has to be regulate ourselves, be the role models, so that children have a positive milieu in which to develop, but also have positive role models of how to relate to other people and work out conflict. And that brings me to secret number 3, which is teach conflict resolution skills. No one is born knowing conflict resolution skills. You're going to have to teach over and over again. You're going to have to repeat yourself and say, it looks like she wasn't done with that yet. Could you give that back to her, please? Or look at your little sister's face. It looks like she's unhappy about that you just took that out of her hands. She's trying to tell you something. What do you think she's saying? You're going to have to say those things over and over again. But sooner or later, you're going to be in the kitchen and you're going to hear someone say to someone else, I wasn't done with that yet. Would you give that back, please? I'll give it to you when I'm finished. Which is, in fact, how people learn conflict resolution skills. So that's secret number 3. They're not going to learn it by you yelling at them. They're only going to learn it from your teaching and role modeling and reinforcing, but sooner or later, they will learn it. Secret number 4, emotion coaching. Emotion coaching means you accept all emotions, even while you limit behavior. So you say to your child, I hear you that you're pretty mad at your brother right now. I'll come with you and help you tell your brother. It sounds like there's something he needs to hear. You're not saying to him that he's not allowed to get angry. Of course he's going to get angry. He needs your support to tell his brother in a constructive way. And if it's something that he's saying that's mean to his brother, like, I wish I never had a brother, you can say to him, words like that can really hurt. You can always come and tell me. You need to be civil to your brother. You need to be kind and respectful. And those words are not kind and respectful. But you can always come and tell me, and I will always listen, and I will always try to understand. Because remember, for your child to work through those emotions, they have to have you validate that that's an okay thing for them to feel. Otherwise, they're stuffing it in their subconscious and it's going to run their behavior without them actually being in charge of it. So when you validate, the child is able to offload all those emotions to you verbally, and then they're able to work them through, and love has more chance to grow, and they're going to be a lot nicer to their sibling. So emotion coach, limit the behavior, but allow all emotions, welcome all emotions. The fifth secret is family culture. Research shows that sibling relationships are better when there's a family culture of kindness and respect. And of course, that tone is always set by the parents. So we're back to our own self-regulation. So we're exhibiting kindness and respect for everyone else in our home, and also those other drivers on the road when your kids are in the back seat. So when we do that, what we find is that children are more likely to learn the skills and relating that we want them to learn, that are kindness and respect. And even when they're having a hard time with each other, they're more motivated to work things out with each other, to be kinder to each other, because you've set an expectation that that's the way things work in your home. And so they'll cite the family rules. They'll say to each other, our family rule is be kind. Those aren't kind words. I don't like it when you talk to me that way. And they'll work things out with each other in a more productive way than simply calling each other names. So the culture in your family can be a culture where people feel good. And of course, people get angry at each other. All humans get angry at each other when you're in a relationship with each other. But that conflict can be worked out in a way that brings you closer, instead of creating tension and aggression and animosity in the relationship. So children learn those skills from us, and they learn from watching us, and they learn from how they feel in our homes. And finally, secret number 6, fun. Research shows that the more fun children have together, the more often they have fun together, the better they feel about each other. Even when they often fight, they have a better relationship when they're younger, and also for the rest of their lives. So anything you can do to facilitate your kids having fun together is a big plus. And that means look for activities that they like to do together. Don't interrupt them when they're playing happily together. Set up opportunities for them to have one-on-one time to play, especially if you have more than one child and two of them aren't usually getting along so well. Set up opportunities for those two to play and nurture that relationship. So those are 6 secrets that can really help to diminish the rivalry in your home and create a home with less drama and more love.